Recording in progress.
I'll call to order the regular council meeting for the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch, and Raglan this 4th day of February 2026 at 7 p.m. As we gather this evening, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this council and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. We are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Okay, roll call. Councillor Banks?
Yes.
Councillor Caulfield? Here. Councillor Keller?
Here.
Councillor Quat?
Present.
Okay. Adoption of the agenda. That we, the council of the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch, and Raglan, adopt the agenda as submitted. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments or questions? I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Is there any disclosure pecuniary interest with anything on the agenda for anyone tonight? No. Seeing none. Mayor's address. It was a very quiet month again. The county had budget meetings the end of the week last week and have passed their budget with a 6.8% increase. Yeah. A lot of new programs and things on the go down there, so. And a reminder that our open house for our new zoning bylaw amendment will be at the community center on Wednesday, February the 11th from 5 to 7. Council won't be in attendance for that one. It'll only be the planners, and people are like the public's invited to go in, ask questions, you know, any concerns they have to bring them forward. Then the public meeting with council will be held on Wednesday, February the 18th at 7 p.m. Anyone that has any comments, any suggestions is asked to email them to the office or submit them in writing, and that way they can be compiled for council's review. Okay? I know it's a lot of information and a lot of us are still wading through it too, so but it's an important document for the municipality. Okay, so we move on. Clerk, do you have any report?
Yeah, so January was fairly busy. We've completed year end.
Yes, I was talking to the auditor when I was in here one day.
So later on in the meeting, you will see that I have a place for a budget meeting.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, at the last meeting of council had discussed the cell towers.
Yes.
So I do get a regular update, and I asked if the information could be shared. So this is the information that we have for our municipality.
So then there's only 2 towers in service?
As of right now, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, because some of them have been up a long time.
3. There's 3.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, my page shows 3 in service.
Gorman Lake, Rochford,
And
Letterkenny, Lost Nation.
Yeah, so the one, I thought the one in Little Ireland was in service.
Is that out of focus? Or is it just my eyes?
No, it's
No,
blurry.
it's bad.
Where's the,
box on the top.
that's not it, is it?
Just in front of your finger a little bit. In the
Oh,
little bit.
It's in here, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Good.
Yeah, I thought the one,
Good.
oh,
one in Hardwood Lake should be coming on soon, I would think.
Well, I thought the one at Little Ireland was,
Yeah,
It's not what it should be.
because that's been up for a long time and there's been hydro at it for a long time.
well, when we were talking, when we were talking in the music festival thing, they had told us that the one at Little Ireland would be in service before that
Yeah.
festival was supposed to happen. So I wonder if there's,
This is the update.
okay. Wow,
The tower for Hines Road went through on Monday.
so it isn't even up yet?
Well, it might be now.
Yeah,
They had yesterday and today.
okay. And the one on Quadville Road at Murph Lake is up, it has lights flashing on it. So, okay,
Just not turned on yet.
yeah,
I know
Wow.
I know the one in Hardwood Lake, I know someone that had 5 bars on their phone, but they bell, so it worked.
So
no,
Ronnie's
there's,
isn't active then?
well, it says it is. Letterkenny Road in Lost Nation.
Yeah.
So that's it.
But I mean, then that's saying that the one up here at Mary Ann's isn't
Yeah.
active, but yet I'm getting service on my phone here now.
Yeah,
Like
no.
not good because I'm with Bell, but people with Rogers say they have service.
Yeah, it's full service here.
Yeah.
But they're saying that tower isn't hooked up.
There was never service here before, and then it turned on with all.
Yeah.
Some, I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah,
So,
I don't see any change around home though.
No.
no, well, that one's not up yet. Okay, so we have no delegations or presentations. Welcome to our people in the audience tonight. Adoption of the minutes. So we, the council for the corporation of the township of Rudnell, Lyndoch and Raglan, hereby adopt the minutes of the regular council meeting of January 7th, 2026 as presented. Okay, to get a mover for that, please.
I can move.
Moved by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments, questions, or?
No.
Okay, I'll call for the vote. Good. All those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Committee and/or staff reports. We have the fire chief report, and we have a resolution that the council for the corporation of the township of Rudnell, Lyndoch and Raglan hereby accept the fire chief report as presented for information purposes only. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Keller. And Chief Genry, do you have a report to present to us?
I do, and I'm sure council had a chance to have a look at it. This is a brief overview of activities of 2025. Similar layout from last year's report. So we had 53 calls this year. There's 22 more than last year, so it was a very, very busy year. It was a very challenging year. But we made it through. So we've seen our fire-related calls up 4% from the previous year. Medical calls actually went down a little bit. Public hazards, so our hydro lines and stuff like that, was up a little bit as well. Rescue calls went down, and other responses, false alarm type stuff was a little bit. So, cost per household was $241.89, and that was very similar to the 2024 price. Our active firefighters to date is 32. We lost 4 over the year. We actually lost more than 4, but we gained a couple, so it's up and down. I have some new applications on my desk, and some rumors of possibly some more joining this year too. So. We were over budget a little bit, due in part to the additional calls for service and some equipment maintenance that was unforeseen. Our fundraising, we brought in just over $4,600 this year. and our reserves hold just over 22,000. Our general reserves are just over 64,000 to date. We did add a little bit to them this year as well, which you'll see in the upcoming budget process. Our forest agreement, we had a 2% increase in that, so roughly just over 11,000 for coverage portions of our lands for wildfire suppression purposes. Our cost recovery for motor vehicle accidents this year, we brought in over $49,000.
Wow.
There's a significant amount of this.
For sure. Again, all of our necessary equipment checks, vehicle tests, and everything else is passed. We're in compliance. No issues to report. Slide down a little bit, please. It's a two-pager, isn't it? So again, we had our 48 hours of training offered to our firefighters this year. We had 2 firefighters that attended the training and certification program in Eganville. The program was 110 hours in length. Very, very long program. So it was a good program. They enjoyed it. So we now have 2 certified firefighters from the new program. We replaced our SCBA with refurbished Scott Airpack 75s. We also replaced a tanker with a 2004 pumper tanker. Our fire prevention activities included social media posts, newspaper articles, we did some visits with the public school, our seniors, and a fire safety inspection as requested. We participated in a number of community events. We had a fun day with the public school at Four Seasons Park. We were involved with the Benefit for Maya. We do a sponsored skate every year with kids. And we also organize and look after Santa Claus Parade. The agreement with Carlow Mayo Township has commenced. We have 1 call in 2025 after the agreement initiated in August. We did a number of mutual aid calls with Madawaska Valley and Bonnechere Valley this year. And we were successful in obtaining some grant money to supply our firefighters with some safety equipment. We were also, the second application was also accepted for this year to be allocated into this budget. So, busy year coming ahead, and yeah.
That's very impressive.
Who does the training?
We do most of
No, I mean, the stuff that you know, who puts that on?
that was organized through Bonnechere Valley Fire. It was they brought in an organization, I forget the name of it now, Firehouse Training.
Lots of attendees from all the
There
different.
was a very large range from across the region.
That's good.
Yeah.
So they had a good turnout.
Very good turnout. They filled the program.
Yeah, that's good, because with a 110 hours, it's a big commitment, so
It's huge.
it's
It's
so
huge.
nice
A
to
lot
see.
of that was, see, we only had so much in-house, and then you had to go home and do. This guy was a hybrid, of course, so you had to do some online stuff at home, so.
No, it's good.
What was the cost for it?
It was just over 3,000 per firefighter.
Wow,
So,
that's a lot.
it's a lot. Well worth it, a lot of
Yeah.
good information.
Yeah.
Did we both pass the,
Everyone passed, yeah. They received their certificates in the mail, so it was good.
And a lot of that information they can pass on.
Exactly.
Well, that's the idea, right? You have some interest.
Yeah, we have mentors that, most Norton did for our in-house training, they're able to step in.
Yeah,
and
especially
take
when
on some
you get the
training.
certification.
Yeah. It's
That's
super
great.
well,
It's good investment in people.
for sure.
Never waste the money in training.
No.
Okay. Any other questions or comments from council?
It's good. Very good.
Okay, I will call for the vote then. All those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Correspondence. We have a resolution that we, the council, for the corporation of the Township of Brunel, Lindock and Raglan, hereby accept the correspondence as circulated. Could we get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Quad. And you have seen the correspondence. Is there anything in there that you would like pulled?
10-3,
Yeah, that's the one I put down to.
it's pretty important. Sustainable waste management.
Oh, I got way past it.
Talks about incineration.
Yeah, different things, that's one of the things, but I mean, it's just something that has to be looked at a lot more seriously.
I agree.
And I would like us to support 10-4. The
Mowers.
Eastern Ontario
Yeah.
Wardens Caucus has is passed a resolution, and if they've done that, then they will be petitioning with Roma, I would think, an AMO to,
Mhm.
10-1, again, that's for veterans. I would like us to give that money locally instead of putting it into
That's
advertising.
my preference as well.
Yeah.
Keep our, like, I have no
I think
issue
we
with
did
it, I
that.
think it's really important,
Yeah, our
but I'd like
veterans.
to keep our money local if we could. So,
Yeah.
I think we do that every year.
Well, we have one other one that we have do that with, and I think I would like to see us do that with this one too. I mean, advertising in a publication to support veterans isn't
well,
helping
just,
them.
yeah, supporting the veterans locally is,
Yeah.
is, I think, a better use of the money.
Yeah.
So to be clear, you want this amount donated on top of what you already donated?
Yeah.
Or just the other donation?
No, both of them.
Both of these?
Yeah,
So-
because we were spending them to advertise, so it's not a new expenditure. It's just redirected down a different path.
So $369 to the Poppy Fund at the
Yes,
Legion?
Yeah.
Okay.
in the fall.
In the fall?
I would in the
Yeah.
fall,
Okay.
when it's the poppy fund, when they... Because that goes locally.
Mhm.
So that's it? Okay,
Mover and seconder in favor of a friendly amendment.
okay, so what did you have in your 10-3?
Yeah, 10-3.
And 10-4?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
First time I brought it up, it only had 10-3.
Yeah.
And they added that, and they added that.
Okay, so is the mover and seconder okay with the friendly amendment?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay, I'll call for the vote then. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay, we have a resolution regarding our libraries. That we, the council for the Township of Brunel, Lindock and Raglan, hereby approve both 2026. Does that make sense?
Hereby approve both 2026 Madawaska and Killaloe Public Library.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Could I get a mover for that, please?
I can move.
Moved by Councillor Kaufel, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments or questions?
No.
What's the split on that?
It's 50/50, and then
Yeah.
MV has asked for a little bit extra, so council
That's
does
right.
up that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact numbers.
Yeah, because I know we give them more, but they do programs here for
Mhm.
us too. So, okay. Any other comments or questions? Okay, we'll call for the vote then. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, none, that motion is carried. A letter of support. Call to action, justice and protection of Canada's children. We have a resolution. Be it resolved that the Council for the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch and Raglan support the Town of Aylmer's resolution regarding a call to action for justice and protection of Canada's children. And further, that this resolution be forwarded to the Prime Minister of Canada, Premier of Ontario, the Attorney General of Ontario, Solicitor General of Ontario, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada, Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke, MPP, and MP, and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, and all municipalities in Ontario. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments or questions? That was support of a resolution from our last meeting. Okay, I'll call for the vote then. All those in favor? Opposed? None. That motion is carried. And we have a letter of support, call for reform and publication of the Ontario Sex Offender Registry. Be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch and Raglan support the City of Brantford's resolution regarding a call for reform and publication of the Ontario Sex Offender Registry. And further, that this resolution be forwarded to the Prime Minister of Canada, the Premier of Ontario, the Attorney General of Ontario, the Solicitor General of Ontario, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada, Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke, MPP and MP, and the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, AMO, and all municipalities in Ontario. Could I get a motion for that? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Keller. Any comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. That motion is carried. And we have a letter of support for steel and lumber sectors, which is very important to our area. Be it resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch and Raglan support the Township of Nairn and Hyman's resolution regarding support for the steel and lumber sectors, and that this resolution be forwarded to the Prime Minister of Canada, the Premier of Ontario, Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry, Minister of Northern Development, Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke, MP and MPP, and all municipalities in Ontario. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Keller. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay, and we move on. We have a review of special events bylaws, a draft resolution that Council for the Corporation of the Township of Brudenell, Lyndoch and Raglan hereby directs staff to proceed with the changes to the draft special events bylaw as discussed by Council, and further to bring back the updated special events bylaw and Schedule A to the next regular meeting of Council. Okay, and we have a staff report. Is that? Oh, yeah, I guess a mover and seconder would be better. Moved by Councillor Coppell, seconded by Councillor Keller. And we have a report. No? Yes, we do.
Through the mayor, it was advised to us last year to have our special events bylaw updated. So after extensive research with other municipalities and after legal review, you have a draft that was attached, and it is locked from public as it is a draft. There are some highlighted marks in it for council to discuss a few things on. I don't know if you want to just kind of go through that, or if you do you have any questions about the bylaw itself prior to getting into those decisions.
I read it through and I thought it was...
Some of the changes include the fee costing being related to the size of the event. Bigger events take more staff time, smaller events don't. So to have a staggered fee of 3 different sizes to account for the additional work and requests that they have to do and we have to review. That's one of the biggest changes, is to make sure that for emergency preparedness that we are protected, and there's some key things in there to ensure that our residents are protected as well.
Yes, I think it's pretty good. Like I like the different applications fee to deal with the number of people of attending. I mean, if you got an event with 150 people and you've got an event with 3,000 people,
The requirements are different.
the requirements are different. There's a lot more to look into. There's a lot more involvement from our departments that it affects.
Internal and external.
Yes. And I think that when we pass this, that a copy of the bylaw and the application fee should be given to places that we know hold events.
Our annual ones would.
Well, and places where events are held, so that they're aware that we have this bylaw and what they need to do.
Yeah.
So it's not a big surprise.
So one of the first things council needs to decide is to, at which point of attendees, number of attendees, do we require a permit for?
Tammy, do you want to just give a page number for that?
Sorry, page 2.
Page 2.
It's in the definition section
Yeah.
under special events. You know what I mean?
Page 2. Okay, what's the definition?
A special event means an exhibition, concert, competition, festival, gathering, or event typically at one time, meaning at one time, annual or infrequent occurring, even held within the boundaries of the municipality, to which the general public is invited or admitted, and to which is intended that X number of people will attend for profit or otherwise other than municipally sponsored events. So a lot of other municipalities have 30. I've seen some municipalities say 50 or more people. It's basically at what size of a gathering do you feel that council would require a permit for?
Well, I don't think for 30. You wouldn't have a paid event with 30 people, would you?
I wouldn't think so. And I think in our rural area, everything is fairly spread out. So having 30 people meet in one area isn't as high a risk as a larger number of people. I don't know if Jordan, you have an opinion on that or not. I was thinking 50, but
50 or 100.
75, I think our old one was.
I was thinking 100.
I don't know our old one.
Yeah.
I don't know our last one said 30, but.
My goodness, my family could get together and have over 100 people.
Yeah, I know. So I was gonna say too, in the old days, is that many people for Christmas dinner? Grant?
Christmas dinner, yeah, it was 30.
I would say 100.
That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I think it's-
So if there was a party, somebody held a concert with 99 people there, there's no regulations that they would need to follow. I'm just kind of putting it into context.
Well, then you can always knock it down to 75 or up to wherever you want, so
Yeah.
we just knocked it off at 100.
In reality, though, would you have a concert with 75 people?
Yeah.
Maybe-
I would
maybe a
think you'd have a
private
lot
party,
more.
but-
Eh?
Maybe a private party, but that would
Yeah, a private
Yeah.
party.
be, just, if you're holding an event and you're hiring a band, you're planning on more than that, or you're not gonna make money.
Whatever council's direction is. You're willing to stay with the 100?
What is the Paddlers Co-op? What kind of an event do they have?
100, 250.
Yeah,
Range.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's overnight, yeah. I think 100. What's rest of council's
Seems
opinion?
reasonable.
Eh?
It seems reasonable at 100.
Item 4.1, page 4. Some townships request the application to be submitted 30 days prior to the proposed commencement of the event. Others say 60. Being that council only meets once a month, I'm suggesting 60 days before an event. It gives us the time, especially if it's a large event, to do our due diligence.
Mhm.
And I also
Especially
think,
if it's an event that has to go to council.
yeah.
Some do, some don't, depending on the size.
And I think 60 days too, because if they have to go to the OPP and a lot of those agencies, and they bring it in with, 30 days before the event and it's not complete, they could have trouble getting, I think 60
Yeah,
days,
anything under 60 would be tough, it'd have to be an exception. And
yeah,
then with that exception, you'd have to have a lot of other money thrown at it to make sure that you covered everything.
Yeah.
So it would be, if you went less, you'd have to have higher fees to cover all the exceptions.
I think 60 is good.
Yeah, 60 is a good number.
And I
Gives
mean,
gives
within
everybody a
60
chance.
days, they should have their plans made,
Well, it gives the
Yeah.
township time to look at it, like internally look
Yeah.
for stuff too.
Here's a bit of back and forth time, like, when you just commented.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you need a little bit of time, and if you're planning any kind of an event, before 60 days anyways, you're usually planning a year out or more. No, 60 is good.
Item 4.1.3 is where we get into the sizes and application fees. So I have penciled in here $100 where the event is estimated 200 or less, 250 where it's estimated 200 to 1,000, so 99, 999, and then 750 where it's estimated 1,000 or more.
I think that's reasonable.
What's the impact to you, Jordan, at events?
Bigger ones, we have to do a lot more inspections and follow up with the applicant. So it could involve up to 2 inspections prior to, so there is a little bit more time involved with it. So cost recovery for staff time, to hire. I think you're probably safe with that.
Are you okay with 750? For the big ones? That's what I was wondering, like, how much effort you guys have to put in, what the cost really is.
Between me and building, mainly to do the inspection end of things, the girls have some paperwork in the office to do with it too, so 750 should cover our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys feel you're covering your cost? That's one of the reasons I was asking. Because I know it does take up a lot of your time.
It takes time.
Yeah, because if someone's doing an event for profit, the rest of the taxpayers shouldn't be covering the costs
No, that's what I was
of
getting
what
at.
staff has to do to make sure that it's going to go
Be
off.
successful, and
Yeah,
because really what you guys are doing is really helping with the success of the event.
Yeah.
Making sure that the event planners got covering all the bases. So you guys play a pivotal role. And if it's for a profit event, I just want to make sure that you guys are good with those numbers. Everybody's good?
Okay. I'm just going to skip down to page 9, section 11, where this is referring to large events. So item 11.1 and 11.2 should stay at the 1,000 people. 11.3, I'm not sure if that should be a lower number or not. That's where at this number, then you also need to contact OPP, Renfrew County Health, paramedics, fire, building, and the applicable road authority. Do you want that left at 1,000 before they need to do that, or do you think that should be dropped down? Kind of aiming at it, Jordan, a little bit.
Maybe I'll help you with
Yeah, 750.
750.
Yeah.
So anything below 750, they don't need to contact OPP
I
or
would say.
fire or anything. We'd still get the application.
Still get the
And if we
application.
felt there was concerns, we can add those requests. It's already in here that we can do that.
What are the
It's dependent on how they type it, really.
It can even depend on, is it a dry year?
yeah, I think 750. And if it's a dry year, that's a condition that can be put in because,
Or the
It's,
location of the event, or just
yeah.
egress, and
Yeah.
there's factors that can contribute.
Yeah,
We
like
would ask for more.
if there's a fire ban on, there's no fires,
Okay.
you know?
So we'll change 11.3 to 750.
I think so.
Okay. You'll notice in the application, if you read it, that when they do have to contact OPP, we're not just asking for the letter that was sent to the OPP, we're asking for the response from them as well, just to ensure we have full understanding of everything.
Yeah,
There is no reference in this bylaw at this time to control noise. In the future, if the township has a law enforcement officer and the appropriate noise bylaw is in place, then we can amend the special event bylaw to include reference to the noise bylaw, where the noise bylaw will depict the rules and regulations regarding noise at special events.
that's a very, very difficult thing to,
And
To
in the
govern.
meantime, there are stipulations in the special events that, in the opinion of council, an application can be declined if it is not in the best interest of the municipality. So we still have protection.
yeah. We learned a lot in the past year.
And this has been legally reviewed, so. Any other questions?
Anything from council in addition?
Can I make those changes? I can bring this back to the next meeting for passing?
Yes. What's council's feeling on if we send it out to people that have got permits or somewhere where we think an event will be held? To send them the bylaw on the application, just to let them know that, you know, this is,
I think because this is a bylaw that doesn't affect the community at large, that's why we don't need a special meeting or a
That's
public
right.
meeting to affect these fee changes. But I think it would be good for council to recommend, suggest, like sending it to our annual event holders
yeah.
out of respect.
Yeah, because I mean,
Information is, the more the information they have upfront, better for their planning.
yeah, because I mean, for the bluegrass,
Yeah.
there's changes in the way he's going to do things and other things he's going to need that he didn't. So I think it's only, you know,
Yeah.
proper that we do that. Okay,
Thank you, council.
okay, so we had a resolution. So, any other questions before we do the vote? Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay, so we move on to our waste site fees. That council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lyndoch and Raglan hereby accept the waste site fees, comparison charges, information, and direct staff to update the waste management bylaw to account for the blue box changes and to update this schedule of fees as decided by council. And further, that a notice be advertised in the paper, on the township website, and on social media with the draft bylaw available to provide for notice of public meeting in regards to the upcoming changes to the waste site fees. Date of this meeting will be determined upon completion of the updates to the waste management bylaw. Could I get a mover from that, for that? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Keller. Okay, so we have it on the floor now. And we have a staff report.
Again, through the mayor. So we've provided a comparison chart with other neighboring municipalities, but basically we need to update our waste management bylaw because of our new blue box transitioning. Our waste management bylaw is really out of date. It even says we still have to charge for tires, which we're not allowed to do, and there's no cost for tires. So there's a lot of updating that needs to be done, and if we're going to update it, now is the appropriate time to look at changing fees. They have not been changed in 10 years. As for the public meeting, because this is a fee change that affects the community at large, we would be required to have a public meeting with the draft bylaw circulated so public can comment if they wish to. But this is what we have, and so the first column is VLR. And we got Carlo Mayo, KHR, Broncher Valley, Madawaska Valley, Norfolk of the Wilberforce. We have the median, not including VLR, and then recommendations. Most people are $2 for a garbage bag. Some charge for an oversized bag at double the cost. Currently, we're the only one that provides a free bag with a bag of recycling. The bulky waste items varies from $5 to $30. We're suggesting that we do increase that a little bit. In the construction and demolition, basically different size vehicles work out to different yardage, but if you look at the per cubic yard average, right now we're charging $10 a cubic yard. Most expensive is $68 a cubic yard. If you look at the median at 25, if we went up $5, it's not crazy, but it does help accommodate. Grinding is expensive. If council wanted to do that, brush, obviously we would leave free. Increasing our after hours opening, currently we charge $50 to open the waste site after hours for contractors maybe disposing of a demolished house. And then after 2 hours, we charge $25. This doesn't even cover the wages of having somebody sit there all day. So we do suggest increasing that to ensure the wage, that it's at least revenue neutral.
Is 2 hours really enough?
One last question. We have a lot of stuff being dumped on our farm property on the side of the road.
If you have any concerns in that regards, can you bring it to the office during office hours?
Sure. Is the policy of the town to pick up garbage? Like if we call and say there's some stuff dumped on the road?
I think because you have to give notice to be on the agenda,
It's just an information question. Is that
Yeah.
how it works?
it's best to talk to them, and then if you need to come before council, then you can fill out the proper papers and yeah, we just can't deal with this because it's against our procedural bylaw. Okay, sorry.
Question for you, Jordan. Did we price the scale?
I haven't. There's a lot of maintenance involved, you know, get the calibrated, but
Well, yeah, definitely certified.
yeah.
I've experienced where they, and I like that method. I just wonder what the cost is, I don't know what that cost is. Sometime if you have time, there's nothing urgent, but
Pretty sure Bunch Valley, they use scale.
Bumpshire Valley does the scale, yeah.
Which site do they have it at, Eganville?
I think there's
Admin?
2 different sites, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive
the
though.
Bracelet McNabb has theirs.
Yeah.
And there's the, and I like that, if you're,
Well,
it really is nice, you drive on, you talk to the guy, you do your business, you come back,
get back and
drive across and pay.
Yeah,
we can look into see what.
I'm just curious what the
to
cost is,
maintain.
yeah, and if you had it at one site,
Well,
like,
we just have road now, right?
Yeah.
You just have it at the one main site.
yeah,
It does make it easy and there's no room for
Well, you
arguments.
know,
and-
what that's.
yeah.
I love the idea, like I've experienced it over the years and
Yeah.
I just don't know what the cost is. But I do like it, contractors seem to like it too, the people I know used to use it and,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll
But
check it out.
I'm just curious, like, not for this year, but maybe it's something you can plan for down the road.
For sure.
You never know.
For sure.
I was looking at this, and so what would we do with large items? Carpet?
We don't, I put them on the comparison chart because other municipalities did charge for different things that way.
Okay.
We don't. We have
They,
$5, whether it's large or small, or $10 a cubic yard, that's it.
and I think that would cover it, basically.
I think because we only have one waste site attendant and he can only be in one spot at one time,
Yeah,
and he's already trying to manage a new recycling program, I think trying to keep it simple is better,
yes.
but again, if council wants to charge for different items, we can.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I think if you go, like, anything, okay, a couch is an item, right? But if you go, like, with a bunch of items, it's construction or demolition or debris. Maybe you could put a different, add something on there to include a
Well, it's
catch-all.
that kind of falls under your, say you bring your half ton full stuff, it just falls under your half ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of covered there.
Yeah.
I think we're covered like that.
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
So if you got a half ton in and part of that half ton was a couch, they probably pay the fee for the couch and then maybe a cubic yard for the construction demolition.
Or you pay the whatever the truckload is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
You know, you pay the $60. I thought you just paid the $60.
I like that the bag is got a size.
In our bylaw, it does have a size.
Yeah.
Darn it, I have bags the size of the truck. No, I was wondering back to the call out thing. I wondered, I don't know if 2 hours is enough time after hours to cover.
Because sometimes it is only one load.
No, but just the time it takes to drive out to the main site and do whatever you have to do there. And by the time you come home, and by the time you get back home, I just like it. I'd almost like to put a price on where you, 3 or 4 hour call it, right? You just pay for it up front. Not trying to be hard to get along, but I mean, I really think 2 hours is kind of tight.
And not only that, you're also taking them away from what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I
Because this is
mean,
all during work hours,
or it
right?
could even be after hours.
After hours too.
Typically, we keep it during work hours, yes. But you are taking them away from other municipal.
I know, like, in other industries that I'm used to, we just typically have like a 4 hour.
A minimum.
Yeah, by the time, yeah, it's kind of a minimum, and that way you don't have to worry about, was I 15 minutes over, should I add another $50, should I forget about the $50? I'm not trying to drive the price up, but I'm just thinking it might be easier if we had a number that covered more hours, or just a
Well,
4 hour.
we've put in to charge $100.
$100 and then $50 per hour after the 2 hours.
2 hours. You covering your costs?
$50 an hour if you look at it.
You covering your costs?
Barely.
Yeah, I don't think you're covering your costs. I don't think, maybe you are, I don't know.
What if you
I
put
think
in
you're right.
150?
Mhm.
Put in 150 and then $50 an hour after 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd be better, I'd be happy at 150. Because I really don't think it's covering you guys. By the time you get in the work truck and drive it, the truck is capitalized as well, right? It gets wages too.
So 150 for opening, $50 an hour for every
After-
hour
after
after the
2.
2 hours?
Yeah.
I think it helps cover your cost because it's too light, I think you're losing money.
And we were charging 50 for an item with Freon. We've recommended doing that to no charge because we don't have a person to remove the Freon right now. Our scrap steel guys take care of that.
So if someone took a fridge, then what would the disposal fee be?
It wouldn't be anything, it would be a white good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they would pick it up with the metals?
Yeah,
Okay,
just goes into recycling.
okay. Okay. I looked at it and I thought it was pretty fair. I mean, those prices that are there are 10 years old.
Yeah, I thought it was good. The only thing I was concerned about was I thought they were light on.
So are you going to have bag tags then?
I think we keep our bag tags. We're recommending that you get rid of the free bag of garbage for every bag of recycling.
Yes.
Is what we're recommending.
Yeah. And I can see that. I mean, there's nowhere that has a waste site that you get to take in a bag of garbage for free.
No, it helps encourage recycling though.
Yeah.
If you keep the limit on the bag all the time. And
Well, I
you know,
tell you, since the
helps.
recycling has changed,
Yeah, sure.
oh my gosh, I've got a box now like this that's full.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's really good for the waste sites.
Yeah,
Recycling has really helped
yeah.
landfills, extend the life of landfills.
I hope to be able to set a meeting for the public meeting at the next regular meeting of council then. I gotta work on the waste management bylaw, and there's a bit to do on that, so it's gonna take me a long time.
Yeah. Okay, any other comments or questions from council?
I think the prices seem reasonable, honestly.
Okay, I'll call for
Oh,
the...
just Jordan has something.
No. Huh?
I think Jordan has something, he's just looking at something.
So I pulled up the suggested MTO pricing for pickup, which includes an operator, per hour. And they're suggesting 44.65 an hour, so 50 is close.
So that's 3 hours,
Yeah.
yeah. And then if there's additional hours, it's at $50 an hour. That seems to be fair.
So after the 2 hours, we're charging the 50 or after the 3? Sort of.
After 2, right?
After
You're gonna,
two.
yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna go,
Okay.
we were gonna go with we were gonna go with 150, right? And then
Yeah.
after 2
Yeah.
hours, we charge
Yeah.
additional 50 per hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Let me clarify.
Okay, everybody good now? Okay, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay. We have a request from Bradley Law for an exchange of shoreline road allowance for a road. It was very confusing when I started reading it, and the maps are so little.
This is really, these drawings are tough to,
Yeah,
I was hoping somebody could explain it a bit better here, because
And-
it makes no sense to me.
and what I couldn't understand is if he was going to, if we agree that he can move the road, if he'll give us the land, is he going to build the road too? He's going to build the road, so it has to be up to
Well,
the
so we-
specs.
We need our construction standard
That's
Yeah.
before he turns it over.
before it turns it over, and we would inspect it to make sure that it's what it needs to be.
Okay, that was one of my questions.
So that could be a condition from council that it meets.
Oh, yeah. And I mean-
Bylaws, and bylaw interested in that, and
We're not going to be building a new road just to get title to it.
they've offered to build the road, so.
So it's going to take it from along the river?
We'll take it from along the river, straighten it out a little bit, and in exchange for the,
So where that red, no, that's where the road is now.
Is it 496?
you know, it's actually, it's there, yeah, 650.
And what does,
So where's the new road
So
though?
it's one thing more straight across and take the swoop out of that.
The new road would come, like, basically here somewhere. Straighten out some of these corners.
and then it would give them more,
Exchange in what they.
and that, doing that would give them a natural severance.
Well, yeah, if you move the road back, then you have enough room for a severance. There's enough.
Well, no, it'd be naturally severed.
But there would be enough room there when you move the road back on the property.
Yeah,
I think they already have a cottage on this lot here too.
yeah, it looks like it's on the shore. No, it's not on the shoreline.
It's hard
Good
to
evening,
tell.
ladies.
It's hard to tell where it is.
So where's his cottage on there?
In here somewhere.
Right in there.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be going in behind his cottage.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay.
behind, so they get, then he wants the shoreline.
Flip it sideways.
So they have, so they get the shoreline, no road, so the shoreline would go back to their property. In exchange to the road behind his place.
There used to be an old trail. Do you know that? It used to go right across the Almond Trail.
Yeah, there's a trail through there. I don't know who it's on, but there's a trail.
This
Was it on
this is
there?
before the farm.
All those trails are on private property somewhere.
So do they own the farm there too?
No.
Okay,
Okay, that's
So
the farm
this
there.
this is the farm. Yeah.
yeah.
And the trail does still go down.
How far does that road go?
Right out to Almonds Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been down that road.
Well,
Well, it's
before
all
you
gated-
used
it's all
to,
gated off,
you
so
could
can't
use
go
it at
through.
one time, but they kind of
So
put a
it's-
stop to
yeah.
that or whatever.
I thought it was kind of open and then all of a sudden it's all gated off. and
Yeah.
Because it should be,
Told you can't use it and.
it's kind of provincial park, isn't it?
No, the
No,
park
it was
is-
before that
It's on
even.
Shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all, the road itself is gated now. I would take Jacob and show him where everything was and we come to the gates.
Well, I don't, in my opinion, I don't see a problem with it, providing they do all the surveying, the shoreline, everything, and pay all the expenses. The only thing we won't do is charge them for the shoreline road allowance.
Yeah, because I think that's what they're kind of asking.
That's what they're asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just.
Like, it'll be of no cost to us, and we'll have a road like we have, well, probably better.
Better, so it's not-
Yeah, because it'll have to be a higher standard than,
So where the road is now is on their property.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes through.
It goes through the
Forest road
It's a
across
forest.
it.
Well, that's what I mean, it's on their.
Yeah, it's on their property, but it's not been deeded to
You
us.
just can't get to the river once the road's gone. You can't go to the river once the road's gone.
There, you can see where the green line is. Part of it is on the shoreline, touching on the shoreline. But where it's not on the shoreline, it's on his land. It's a
So is
forest
that
road.
private all the way from the highway, or is that on a concession, or who owns that?
Yeah.
Pieces of the forest, pieces of.
One piece of the concession is straight
Concession,
down pretty
pieces of the
close.
shoreline,
It's a forest road.
it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a mixture. It's a good thing that he wants to clean it up. I mean,
So where people put their boat in at Tate's, Kevin, is
Yeah.
that private, or?
No, that's on that road allowance. That shoreline road allowance,
yeah,
where everybody puts their boats in there.
and that's,
It'll be right here.
we wouldn't, that's not part of,
No.
Yeah, no, I know, I just,
See,
I didn't know
one
if that
time
was
I thought,
private
you know,
by somebody too.
yeah.
one time I thought it would have been a great idea to run the concession right down to the river so people could put their boats in, but that was given away, right? At Freddy's? Because it runs right to the concession runs straight to the river.
Mhm.
Is that gone or is that still there?
I don't know. At
Is that
Freddy's?
still there? Yeah, well, you're talking where Tate's, where we
No,
put the boat?
no, right, you know where you go, the town line,
Yeah.
the concession runs right to the river.
That is given
Section.
away. That runs right up beside Tate's.
I thought that ended up getting closed and that would have been perfect for everyone to get to the river.
Like this where you veer off right on the corner?
Yeah, the town line, the
Yeah.
concession should come right down.
Well, it goes, see it up there.
Here's the
Yeah.
concession.
Yeah,
So where does it
it
cross?
should go right to the river.
Should go
Yeah.
straight to the river.
It should. Because concessions go straight through, they
Until
don't
they,
go so far and stop.
until they hit the water.
Is it
and
a
then-
concession or a proven line?
I thought the town line was a concession.
You see how
The
it's...
town line,
That's between two townships.
that's
Yeah.
between two
Yeah,
townships.
that's why they're staggered.
Yeah, that's why they're staying.
Offset.
They're offset.
One's Raglan, one's Linda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both sides of the border.
Because when you cross into other townships, they're not necessarily in line.
Okay.
And just so council's aware, the shoreline that they're wanting, if you could bring up the big map, Virginia. It's hard to see. Up at the top, you rotate it. So, okay, so up at the top left corner, part 15 and 16,
yeah,
and part 9, which is right there.
yeah.
Would go to John Madigan, and in exchange for Lynn Madigan transferring that portion of Homestead that's located on her property, which is down lower, that one, We would be giving her parts 2, 3, 4, and 5.
All the river, all the waterfront.
Yeah. Is there flood protection on there? Doesn't the river have a
I'm not sure.
floodplain?
Change your
High water.
Yeah.
High water mark.
So this would be the other section of,
The other section, pull it so quick here on.
of shoreline.
Yeah.
This here and around here.
It keeps people away from the property.
They're proposing a 20-meter wide road.
That's 66 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the minimum that's the
So which one
minimum
is
we
the
can
farm?
accept.
I'm getting confused here. Down here.
Right
then?
there's a farm, it might be bring it to Tate's, or no, we bring it to almost maybe that's the farm.
Okay. So they're looking for 2 shoreline.
Two shoreline.
Two shorelines. Look how much sharper would that be?
It's quite a few from the shore.
Wouldn't they want all the shoreline?
Well, they're asking for these pieces anyways,
That's it?
up there and the one down here.
So up at the top, the middle, and the bottom.
Two little pieces there. Good piece there.
This section here.
Is this why they want to give away access to the
Oh,
river?
3 sections.
Is this why they want to give away access to the river?
Yeah.
It's really what it boils down to.
Within the property.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Would definitely probably improve the road down there, right?
Yeah.
And they're also asking if the municipality would contribute to the cost of the reference plan of survey as it pertains to Homestead Road with Jonathan.
What was that?
If the municipality would contribute to the cost of the reference plan of survey as it pertains to Homestead Road with them.
So they want us to pay for a survey?
Contribute to the cost is their
Yeah.
wording. Plus give them the shoreline.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, like we have no idea what they're talking about.
No estimates are included.
Have you showed this to Sheldon?
Not yet, no.
It'd be interesting what he would recommend.
Yeah.
I would rather go down and have a look.
Once we know exactly where it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
then we'll go let them decide.
Yeah.
I'm not fond of giving away so much waterfront.
We can just say, tell them that, you know, we're considering this and we'll get back to them once we've done a site inspection and got a legal opinion.
We're all up for another road trip, aren't we?
It's not too far.
No. You can almost do it on the way home. It's an interesting proposal, that's for sure. I've never seen anything quite like it.
It's pretty,
It's good for the landowner.
yeah, because he'll have a natural severance for his cottage there. Once the road, the relocation is surveyed.
So that staff to notify Mr. Valley that council will review the matter more upon a site inspection and solicitor review.
Yeah, and I think initially we're interested, we just have to get more details and do a site inspection.
Gotta know exactly what.
Yeah, because I don't think, we're not opposed to it.
No.
It's just we have to get more information.
I'm unsure.
I'm not.
I'm pretty unsure.
Yeah,
So I don't want to say we're interested right now,
No.
I want to say that we will review the matter more upon a site inspection and
a legal opinion.
solicitor review.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe we'll,
okay.
Estimate for what it would cost for survey.
Well, I'm not interested in paying for any survey
No,
at all.
he wants it. So, we're
I
okay
definitely
with
wanna go down and have a look.
it. We're okay with it the way it is. Okay, we have a resolution that the council of the township of Brunel, Indock and Raglan hereby directs staff to notify Mr. Bradley that council will review the matter more upon a site inspection and solicitor review. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. Any comments or questions before we vote? We'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. That motion is carried. Okay, financial report. We have a resolution. The Council for the Corporation of the Township of Brunel, Indock and Raglan accept the Treasurer's Statement of Remuneration and Expenses Report as presented. Could I get a mover for that, please?
I can move.
Moved by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor
Somebody.
Keller. Any comments or questions? Okay, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Motion is carried. We have a resolution regarding our tax arrears report. The Council of the Corporation of the Township of Brunel, Indock and Raglan accept the arrears report as presented. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. And you have seen the report. Yeah, I had a question. So our year one taxes have went down. That's good.
Yep.
And our year two and our year three. How many of year three and over is in the tax sale process?
There's a few, I think.
Yeah. Are they large amounts?
Not huge.
No.
And I do have a number of properties that
Are going to register?
that are in payment plans.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, payment plans are good.
Yeah.
It's always good to do that before you
Yep.
register. Okay, so we have 79 for year one, 40 for year two. So this is 2025 though. So year one is what's outstanding from 2024, right? Yeah. Yes, not what's.
25.
Yeah, it wasn't what hasn't been paid for 2025 because that will be a large amount. Yeah, okay. Okay. Any other questions or comments? No? Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay. Set a date for the budget meeting.
Yes.
Do you have anything in mind?
I know February is already a busy month for meetings. So it's whenever council is available.
In February?
Mm-hmm.
In February?
Yeah.
Well, what about the 25th?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah, I have county council that day, but that's okay.
Would council be opposed to a Friday afternoon meeting?
I wouldn't be.
I would be, I'm off on
I
Friday.
know Sheldon
I work too. I have to pay someone to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other evening
Any
work
evening.
for any other council or?
I'm fine with the 25th, Wednesday. I leave my Wednesdays open.
Is that early enough?
We'd probably be ready next week, but.
We're ready. There you go.
Well, I I
those
mean,
other
I don't
meetings.
have anything happening in the evenings. If anybody else has an evening that works for them, I'm okay with it.
I am.
25th is fine. If council wishes to stay on a Wednesday evening, it's,
Okay, so budget meeting? The 25th?
25th of February.
yes.
Yeah.
What time, 7?
Mhm.
Okay. I will have a copy of the draft budget before that to look at. Okay, we have a bylaw for Shoreline Road allowance closure. That the council for the corporation of the township of Brudenell, Lindock and Raglan hereby adopt bylaw 2026-07, being a bylaw to acquire and dedicate land as a public highway to provide for the closing and stopping up a part of the original allowance for road along the shore of Raglan Lake, lying in front of part of lot 21, concession 13, in the geographic township of Raglan, and for the transfer thereof to the owner of the abutting land having been introduced and read a first and second time. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. Any other comments, questions?
No.
Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yep.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay, so we have bylaw for development agreements. That the council for the corporation of the township of Brudenell, Lindock and Raglan hereby adopt bylaw 2026-08, being a bylaw to authorize the entering into development agreements between the corporation of the township of Brudenell, Lindock and Raglan and Keith Kinder and the estate of Linwood, having been read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. And there is 3 agreements attached to that bylaw for 3 severances. And the first, okay, so I'll get a mover for that. Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Keller. And the first one is the one that had the site location study on it to make sure they could. Any other comments or questions on that? Okay, I'll call for the vote then. Everybody in favor? Opposed? None. The motion is carried. Okay, this is a bylaw that, no, it's a resolution for a bylaw. That the council of the corporation of the township of Brudenell, Lindock and Raglan hereby adopt bylaw number 2026-09, being a bylaw to adopt the amendments to the community safety and well-being plan as adopted in 2019 and revised in 2021, having been read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Caulfield, seconded by Councillor Banks. Okay, so does anything happen with that plan?
So, because it does have to be reviewed every so many years, all the municipalities, we got together and made any adjustments and any changes to bring it up to date for 2026, such as updating the census information. Some of our long-term care facilities weren't mentioned in it, so they've been added again with some of our schools. So it's just getting all the details up to current date, and
But what does it do for us?
it provides a space for residents to go to look for help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where can I get help on this? And they can look at this and find a
Okay.
resource.
Okay,
There's no plan to hold any community forum or state event in 2026 at this point in time, so.
are we still paying any money for it?
No.
No,
Good. Okay, any other comments or questions? Okay, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? None, the motion is carried. And now we have the zoning bylaw from the public meeting we held earlier this evening, that the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindock and Raglan hereby adopt bylaw number 26-010, being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 8708 of the former township of Brunel and Lindock as amended, having been read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Quad. Any comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. That motion is carried. Do we have closed session? Yes. That we, the council for the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindock and Raglan, go into closed session pursuant to the Municipal Act 2001, Section 239(2), for the purposes of subsection B, 2 items regarding personnel matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, and subsection C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Caulfield. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? None. The motion is carried.
Recording in progress.
Okay, welcome back to our public portion of the meeting. Have a resolution that council comes out of closed at 9:15 p.m. Could I get a mover, please? Councillor Banks.
Second.
Councillor Keller. All in favor?
Yes.
Motion is carried. In the closed session, we received confidential information regarding 2 identifiable individuals and discussed the proposed acquisition of land by the township for a columbarium. And we have a resolution that council for the corporation of the township of Brunel and Lindock hereby direct the clerk treasurer to proceed with direction given in close. Could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Keller, seconded by Councillor Banks. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion is carried. We have a resolution that we, the council of the corporation of the township of Brunel, Lindock and Raglan hereby adopts bylaw 2026-11, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the February 4th, 2026 regular meeting of council, having been read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. Can I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Quad, seconded by Councillor Banks. Any comments or questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. We have a motion that this meeting adjourns at 9:16 p.m. Could I get a mover? Moved by Councillor Banks, seconded by Councillor Quad. All those in favor?
Yes.
Motion is carried.